Coming to you from downtown Coeur d'Alene, we have the first episode of the LTS Banter sessions. And this episode is brought to you, presented by Mountain Vibes, and also in partnership with Ticket Goat. This episode of Let's Talk Snowboarding is brought to you by Ticket Goat, the greatest of all ticketing software. Ticket Goat offers venue owners and event managers an all-in-one ticketing solution that includes no commitments, dedicated support, advanced tools, event reporting, and a simple $1 event attendee ticket fee or 75 cents nonprofit attendee fee, which we love because Mountain Vibes is a nonprofit. We are stoked to be with Ticket Goat, and we are stoked to be with Hackathon Tech down here in this sick studio for Let's Talk Snowboarding. Everything with Ticket Goat has all zero hidden fees. Visit ticketgoat.com today to request a demo, sign up, and join the herd. Let's frickin' go.
Let's go.
Welcome to Banter Sessions, episode number 1. And we are going to be talking snowboarding down here. And to my left, we have Josh Nishimoto, a.k.a. Gear Pilot. Josh, how's it going, bro?
So good. How are you doing?
We're doing good, dude. I'm a little tired right now because to my right, we got Niko, Salinas. Both of you, friends of the podcast. Both of you have your own podcast episodes. And we're stoked to have Niko on. Niko and I were up at Schweitzer today with his son, Jason. And we were killing it. And how's it going, bro?
Yeah, thanks for having me back. It's going good. I'm in kind of a state of euphoria right now after hitting it so hard in the morning. But it feels good to rest the legs and, just chat about the season.
Yeah, dude, for sure. And, we are so stoked to be down here. And this is a new venue, as you guys can tell. Josh has been so gracious to hook it up with the podcast studio down here at Hackathon Tech in downtown Coeur d'Alene. And yeah, dude, let's kind of chat. Josh, how's your day been so far? What's been going on, and what are you stoked on today, dude?
Oh man, I'm just stoked on being able to lead this marketing team over here at Hackathon Technologies and just do some really cool work, making a commercial for Floating Green Golf software solutions. It's going to be like this really sick golf course management stuff, and we're making a commercial for it. So that's like 90% of the way done as of today.
That's dope, dude. Speaking of golf.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to have to stop you right there because I'd definitely like to get some details on that and, what you got going on for that project, just because, Jason and I are big golfers and, we hit it hard in the summer, but we're also looking for more of a golf community to kind of get into here, since we'll be around for a while.
Yeah, right on. Have you ever played at the Coeur d'Alene Resort yet?
No, on the bucket list. So
okay, cool.
Yep.
Well, as soon as January starts, we're going to start kicking off this software and start really pushing it out there. But it's mostly for like golf club owners to like do all their inventory, point of sale, like tee sheet management, all that stuff. But then that dips into also the consumers who can get in there and just be like, oh yeah, I want to go this day, this time with these people. And you can just do it all online super fast without having to like talk to anybody or do anything like that.
Hell yeah. As a marketer, I'll have to chat about you with that.
For sure. It's really cool. It's really cool. And obviously it's going to be winter time, so it's not like the best time to maybe kick off software for golf, but that's how you build, build up the audience, build up the support, and then really release it off in the springtime,
Cool. Yeah, dude. I mean, what I find sick is like a lot of my homies up here, I moved up here 7 years ago, and, University of Idaho. Yep. University of Idaho. Big into it. Yeah,
cheers to that.
Let's freaking
cheers to
crack
University
the
of
liquid
Idaho.
death, dog. Smack it up, boys. Here we go.
Cheers.
That hits good. let's get into it a little bit, dude. Like, so, you know, before we got into the studio today, you know, Niko and I, we met up at Schweitzer, and we were chilling, got into some pretty good turns and stuff, and I honestly wanted to talk to you about what your son thought, Chase. About that side country stuff. I saw, you know, we got into a little bit of a situation where we had to hike out a little bit, and I saw Chase was kind of shaking his head and stuff. But what was his feedback on the drive home, on the drive back to Coeur d'Alene?
Well, you know, he just forgot all about it because he's a typical teenager. You know, right in the moment, he might be huffing and puffing or like looking at me like, Dad, whatever. But you know, 5 minutes later, he's forgotten about it, and we're all back to, you know, to shred. And luckily, he's been doing some conditioning classes and stuff for high school. So cool. I don't know if he hates me a little bit more for that, but he's been running hard in school all week. And he was like, "Oh man, I'm a little sore from this week, but I'll come up and ride for the next 3 days." And but it's good for him, you know.
Yeah. And you guys were getting some clips before I got there. I got there a little bit later today.
Yeah, you were a little late, man. What happened to you?
Oh man, I had house stuff going on. My house is just a nightmare right now. There's all kinds of stuff.
Get that figured out. So you're stress-free snowboarding.
Yeah, but then I got up to the mid lot, and you know, it was saying like no parking up in the upper lots, and so what's going on with you, Josh? Like this season, I know you're back at ski school up at Schweitzer, and you're also potentially coaching for Snowboard Northwest. What are some of your like plans and aspirations this season up there, and what's your snowboarding going to look like this season?
Oh man, a lot of freestyle, a lot of tracking down the powder, and just trying to do all mountain, just blissful goodness. That's really what it's about, I think.
How's your knee feel?
Knee's doing good. Yeah, I'm probably feel better this season than I have in a long time, to like ever, maybe, like kicking off strong, doing a lot of hiking, a lot of skateboarding.
Yeah,
a lot of preseason conditioning in the gym, like just going hard and feeling strong. So yeah, looking forward to another good season. And I mean, I was gonna do my level 3 AASI cert, but it's all full right now, and there's just wait lists. So I guess I'm just going to be on a wait list at some point, and may never actually happen. So
already waitlisted.
Already, dude. Before the season really even started, already waitlisted. So
that's a good point, especially once you get up to those level 3s too, and more specific. That's going to be difficult.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm up to the task. I'm up to the challenge, but it's just like, how do you even start if you can't even get in the class, the exam? You know, it's like, oh man. But whatever. And then because of my new job here at Hagedon Tech, which I love, can't really do a whole lot else, like getting days off or anything like that right now, because we're really building something and working towards something, and spending a lot of time here at the office, 9-10 hour days, just trying to get everything off the ground, from social media to external marketing and Google ads and all the things, and then doing the podcast, trying to get that this whole studio off the ground, something that's just been sitting, man. It's been sitting here for like over a year, maybe 3-4 years now. So it feels good though to get in the studio and get everything going.
Yeah, dude, I remember when I first came in here, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I just have this podcast studio just sitting here." And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, like this thing is so sick. It's so awesome. And so
yeah, I'm glad you like it. It's sick. It's cool to learn all the new tech and like figure everything out, and stoked to be able to do some producing now.
Yeah, it's definitely a process to figure out. And you and I have had, a handful of sessions already where we're just like, trying to like dial in all the technology and stuff. And but that's what I love, dude. Like it's super fun, and and we can't be more stoked to be hosting Let's Talk Snowboarding down here now, and it's so awesome. But yeah,
sick.
Niko, yeah, dude. Niko, what's your season looking like, dude? Like what's gonna be happening this season? Because we like, if if you're up here in North Idaho, you know that Niko in Idaho is blowing up, and he's putting out awesome content. So, like, what's going on with you, and what are you looking forward to this season?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been really fun to film everybody and meet, new friends along the way. But I really think everybody's anticipating a big season.
Yeah.
We're long overdue for some good snow here in the inland Northwest. And so I definitely want to stick around here in Schweitzer and, maybe do a little backcountry too with some of the guys up in Sandpoint. And I really want to get my son, kind of back there a little bit too. And so we have some plans to get our level ones together. And then so we're going to, knock that out. And then, we got the snowmobiles lined up too. So we could maybe, get out there a little bit too. We got some good spots for, just some low angle, low consequence stuff. So I can get him kind of into the backcountry and feeling a little more comfortable. Mm-hmm. And then, and especially after today, getting a little hiking and stuff, we definitely need to get in shape for that. So that's on the list too.
Yeah.
Have you hiked Mount Spokane yet?
No, yeah.
Dude.
I saw some people, that first weekend of November. Yeah, I saw some people out there split boarding up there, and it looked pretty prime, not gonna lie. That'd be a good place.
Yeah. I started last spring up there for the first time in my, uphill touring, downhill sliding sort of, venture, and highly recommend that we all go and do some uphill hiking at Mount Spokane.
Absolutely. I need to just get my son a few more things for equipment, but I kind of lucked out with Winter Stick where I had a little bit of a chip on my board, and I sent them an email and they sent me another split board, so now I got two. And
Deal.
I can let my son use one too. So
awesome.
Just piecing together the rest.
Yeah, that's sick. And we are. Yeah, that's something that you and I have kind of talked about, is like getting out there filming and stuff. Like you were out there with the GoPro today, and when we were riding and stuff, I didn't have my stuff. I was just like late to the party and stuff. So that's just me, dude. Like stuff happens, but as far as you speaking on that level one, you're at Gogan getting your Avi one. You're gonna do that through IPAC.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
Got a couple of friends going, and we're trying to get our last, I think we got a group of 4. We're trying to get our 5th guy to go with us, that's usually snowmobiling with us too, so we can all maybe go as a group and, get that knocked out. So when we're all out there, we're all, at least on the same playing field and stuff, and then, we're looking out for each other.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to be awesome, dude. I still have yet to get my my beacon shovel probe, honestly. I think Josh and I are... No? You're not?
I haven't done it yet.
Well...
Backcountry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to get that done, dude.
Yeah, backcountry.com.
Send some sick stuff out in the backcountry. I honestly have never been up to Big Blue, so I would love to go out there and split board and go ride some stuff out there and be safe, and for sure, dude. Dude. So, we're recording this, a couple weeks before Christmas. Niko, you just went and had some holiday with family back in the Seattle area for Thanksgiving, and let's talk a little bit about your trip up to Crystal, dude. Crystal Mountain.
Oh yeah, so that was my second time up to Crystal. The last time I went was in late June, and we pretty much only got half the mountain open and stuff, and good views and stuff. But man, I think we hit it right. I wasn't expecting much when we got up there. I knew it was going to be sunny, but we were pretty lucky. After lunch, we got a couple rope drops, and we were able to get first tracks in the bear pit. And so, for those of you that don't know, it's kind of a little bit like maybe Big Timber side on the Schweitzer side, but some great snow in there, and just really capped off a really good day at Crystal, and really opened up my mind to kind of what's possible. I can't imagine the people that are living out there and that's their home mountain, getting to ride that every day, and man, that's a different level. Schweitzer's great, but there's some real real stuff out there.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of video projects that have gone on out there. I remember I think the last Super Park actually was out there, Super Park 22. And I was kind of interested in how that all went down. So that's a big mountain, and I'm stoked to get out and maybe do some traveling and stuff this season, and hopefully we'll get out and maybe do a couple trips. But yeah, Josh, dude, what's what's the vibe for you this holiday season? What kind of plans do you have? I know you're probably going to be up in Sago with the folks, and is the lady going to be up there with you? Like, what's going on this Christmas for you?
Yeah, girlfriend probably and I will be hanging out in Sagal area and snowboarding every day for Christmas, and should be good.
Yeah. Are you working Christmas?
Scheduled to
Wow,
work
okay.
at Schweitzer on Christmas Day. Doesn't mean they'll need me, but ready to go shred, ready to go teach, whatever's up, for grabs, whatever's clever.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually, when I was leaving today, I saw Eli and Kip and good old Jimmy Z out there. I think Eli was working, and Kip and Jimmy Z were helping out one of Jimmy Z's the younger homie that you actually hooked up with a snowboard not too long ago.
Ooh,
Yeah, dude.
Jimmy Z.
Yeah. For those who don't know, dude, like Josh was super cool. Our homie Jimmy Z, who's an instructor up at Schweitzer, ski instructor, literally a legend. One of the coolest homies you'll ever meet. And hit me up a few weeks ago and was kind of asking like, hey, you have any like leads on like a snowboard setup for this kid who, he wants to get into it, like, but he just doesn't have the means to actually get out there and like get like nice new gear and stuff. And I was like, I don't have anything, but I'll scope marketplace and I'll hit up the homies. First call I made was to Josh, and I was like, dude, do you think you have a board for this kid? And he's like, dude, I got a board for him, no problem. Like, and that's what it's all about.
That's how it happened.
Oh, yeah. Good job, Josh.
That's
Thanks,
what it's
Niko.
all about.
Got to hook up the community around.
Yeah, dude, got to hook him up. And he wants to go shred and jib, and we got a nice flexi snowboard for him.
Yeah. We gotta help out those kids. Just like with Mountain Vibes, dude. Like, we haven't done an event in a while, but things are starting to percolate, and we're gonna be doing some events. It's my goal to like get an event up at Schweitzer, one of the local mountains, with some kids and take them out snowboarding. So, yeah,
That sounds
That'd
awesome.
be cool to see. Yeah.
yeah, for
Sounds
sure.
awesome, for sure.
For sure, dude. So, dude, let's talk a little bit about, we had our first like big competition last week, and it was out in China World Cup, FIS event, and it was, it was a half pipe and a big air event out at the Olympic facilities outside in China. So a lot of people went out there. A lot of pros. There were some really cool results and stuff like that. We had, so I wanted to talk about in the big air for the women, Mia Brooks wins the big air, and she rocked a 1440 stalefish
Wow.
for her.
Holy moly.
Yeah, for her.
And we're back.
And we're back with it, dude. So yeah, we were just started to dive into this most recent competition out in China, FIS World Cup. No slope style in this competition. Just straight big air and half pipe. And so some of the results, Mia Brooks, literally my favorite women's snowboarder right now, just gonna freaking slay everybody. Won the big air with 1440 stalefish. Yeah, like
That was crazy.
yeah. It's like in the bomb hole they were talking about. They were like, this is the sweet spot, right? Like this is like the rotations are still not like so crazy because people are doing like 21s now and stuff on the men's side. And everyone's making everything look sick. Everyone's like grabbing different ways, tweaking different ways. Everyone has their own style with those rotations now, which is super cool to see. But the women, dude, like the steeziness is just out of control. So Mia wins. And then in big air on the men's side, Hiroti Ogiwara.
That's a sick name.
Yeah. Japanese, young gun. He wins the men's big air. Didn't really find what trick he did. through my research and stuff, which is kind of crazy. Like, here's something I want to talk to you guys about. FIS. Okay. Skiing Association. Why is it so hard for FIS to frickin' live stream and get a broadcast out for all their events? Like, you can't find it anywhere. I went through YouTube. I went through Google. Like, I couldn't find results. I couldn't find the competition. Like,
I don't know, man. Can't be that hard to do.
Who are
I
your
could figure-
sponsors?
Yeah. Who's in charge of these events?
Where's the money? Yeah.
well, I feel like it's just like they just don't really care about the snowboarding side, you know? Like,
Yeah, that must be it.
yeah. But yeah, he wins men's big air. Matty Mastro,
Hey, Maddie. I'm a Maddie Mastro fan too.
double crippler.
Yeah.
Matty Mastro is my one of my favorite female riders as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Me and Matty, dude, like she's the shit. And so she wins women's half pipe, and then Maddie Shafrick podiums.
2 Maddies.
So Maddie Shafrick is a local legend in Steamboat, and she hasn't competed in 8 years.
Wow.
So she's like an OG homie, and she just came back and podiumed at the first event
That's
out there.
crazy.
So
That's crazy.
yeah, I was looking at some of the video of the setup and stuff though, but I mean, you know, it's all pretty much artificial snow and stuff like that. But their pipe was looking nice. The big air jump was like freaking sick. So cool first event. You know, to start it off out there in China, and you know, it's interesting though, dude. Like, it's like you gotta go all the way to China for the first event. We got snow out here. We got snow in the Pacific Northwest. We got snow in Utah. We got snow in Colorado. Why aren't we doing like a big event to kick things off here in the United States when we have all these resources and we actually have snow? And I could see like there was no snow at this event. Like, it was all artificial.
It's all about the money, man. You got to follow the money.
I guess
Niko
so,
was
yeah.
saying.
And I know the Chinese have put a lot into their like snow programs and stuff like that, and they want to see like the pros come out and compete, especially in, you know, like Pyeongchang and the Olympics, the last Olympics and stuff. So
Do you know where FIS is based out of?
no idea, dude.
Yeah, that'd be. I wonder if there's like some pull for that too, but you know,
Yeah,
gotta cater to the rest of the world too, I guess.
yeah, for sure, dude. And then we have in men's half pipe, Yuto Tatsuka wins men's half pipe. Sick run. Scotty James came in second, and Ryushi Yamada, another Japanese rider, got the bronze. So pretty solid podium. No U.S. riders on that podium, which is kind of disappointing because I thought for sure like Chase Josie or Lucas Foster were gonna podium in that. And then another kind of like a interesting storyline was one of the favorites, Valentino Guselli, tore up his ACL
Ooh.
in the competition. So you know, he's like 18 years old and like kind of like the most talented like prime rider
Well,
as far as halfpipe goes. So
prayers for fast healing, man. That's
Yeah, for sure.
no joke.
yeah, definitely, dude. But speaking of that competition in halfpipe, we are gonna do a little call-in with none other than Lucas Foster, and hopefully he picks up. Let's see what's going on. You guys hear that?
You?
Cool.
Yo,
Dog, what's up?
what up? How you doing?
Doing good, dude. You are joining us for our very first group chat. I have the homie Josh Nishimoto
What
with
up?
me, and also Niko Salinas, a couple local legends up here in North Idaho. So thanks for joining, dude.
Yeah, hey Lucas,
Yeah,
big fan.
yeah, of course.
For sure, dude. So what are you up to today? What's going on?
We're just slowly making our way up to Copper right now for the Grand Prix that starts next week on Monday. So
Nice.
we're trying to get in the pipe a little early because they said they were going to open it yesterday and then didn't open it today, and it doesn't really look close to being done. So we're kind
Okay.
of just dice rolling it, but we'll go. I mean, the park there looks really fun. So worst comes to worst, we'll just cruise some park.
Have you been in Telluride the past week or so?
Just for a few days. I was in China before Telluride for the first event of the year, so kind of just been traveling on the circuit. And, yeah, got a few down days in Telluride though, which is nice.
That's sick, dude. That's what I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about. How was China, dude? What was that like experience out there? How was the pipe? How were the vibes out in China for that first competition of the season?
Yeah, it was good. The contest, we've been there before a couple times. They had the Olympics there, and then they had this event last year too. So we've been a few times, and the pipe is always really good there. The weather this year was a little worse than it was last year, so the conditions weren't as great. So it was a little slow and a little windy, but it was still really good. The contest was sick. I just missed the finals. I kind of had some bobbles in my qualies run, so didn't make finals, which was a bummer, but still, made it out alive and was stoked on some of the runs that I was putting together. So hopefully Copper goes better, but the other, the finals were crazy. The level of riding was unreal, and the Japanese just were destroying everybody. It was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Pretty frightening for a lot of people too, because these days it's like to get on that podium, it's like really tough. Like I don't even know. It's crazy, but it's still a really good event.
Yeah, dude. We were just kind of chatting a little bit about the results and stuff. Yudo takes it, right? Like that's kind of crazy, and I was super stoked to see Maddie Mastro take home the win.
Yeah, that was probably the highlight of the whole event was the women's event. They were just crushing it. Like Maddie, that was probably like the best I've ever seen Maddie ride by far. That backside 9 she did, I think that's a new trick for her in contest, and yeah, she deserved that win, like no questions about it. And then I'm most stoked on Maddie Shafrick though. She got third. She was our coach the last few seasons. She's like an old veteran pro that kind of fully retired like 9 years ago, and then crazy story. Yeah, she coached for a while and really thought she was done competing, and then she like kind of got back into it last season, just like on the side because she felt physically like she could still ride and do some runs. And she, long story short, got qualified for the World Cups for this season, stopped coaching, got back on the U.S. team. This is her first pro event in the last 8 years, and she podiumed, and it just is nuts. Like her run was so sick, and just a crazy story for her. And then all the other girls too, like these new Japanese girls are just insane stuff. That was really fun to watch.
That's awesome, dude. And then so we were talking. It was just half pipe and big air, right? Were the two contests that they had? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the big air was separate from the pipe. They were like in a totally different area.
Okay.
That was also like the week before, but yeah, they do big air and pipe in China still. They don't have a slopestyle event there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's cool. That was super sick to see, and we saw Mia Brooks lay down a 1440 stalefish on the big air, which is just nuts to even like comprehend sometimes. Like it's just like, oh my gosh, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, dude. So you're driving up to Copper. What are the conditions like down there in Colorado right now? I know that we got some storms heading your way and stuff. What's going on, and where you guys at?
Yeah, it's really good actually. Like it's been a pretty solid start. Like Telluride has got some pretty good snow early on. They haven't gotten much lately, but the base is really good. They got some stuff open. I just was cruising around yesterday, and just the groomers are so nice. The snow is really good and nice and grippy and fast. Copper looks really good too. I haven't been there at all yet, but I think all of Colorado is in a pretty good spot. I think hopefully if we can get some more snow, this season might be really good for February, March, with just like getting some backcountry jumps going and stuff. It'll be a good year for that in Colorado. So
yeah. And were you able to see some of the homies and get to chill with family and Telluride while you were there?
Yeah, my mom and dad for sure. Hung with them a bunch, and then like a couple of my home. Honestly, Telluride is like, it's definitely not as many homies there anymore. Like a lot of them are gone, so living elsewhere. But still, like a handful that are like my day one like shred homies, and they were it was so sick riding with them. They just put out a little snowboard film called Ranch the other day from last season, and it's a really good movie actually, and they crushed it. That's just all like Telluride.
Awesome, dude. And was that Cedar?
Yeah, Cedar made the movie, and then he did it with our friend Benji. That he's the snowboarder. Cedar skis, so Benji's the snowboarder, and he just kind of rallied like a bunch of the Telluride homies together, and that video is sick.
Nice, dude.
It isn't on YouTube, is it?
It is on YouTube, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice, dude. That was about. We were just about to, after we get off the phone here with you, we were just about to dive into some of the more recent, film premieres and stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's sick to hear. We'll have to check that out. Ranch, heck yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice, dude. Well, cool. Lucas, dude, thanks so much for calling in, and always appreciate your time. And
For sure, man.
looks like we're gonna be hopefully doing another one here next week, if all plans work out. So it'll be good to get to see your face and chat more, dude.
Yeah, man, for sure. Stoked for next week. It should be a good one.
All right, for
Good
sure.
luck. Good luck in Copper.
Yeah, have
Thanks,
a good time.
man. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Thanks,
definitely,
homies.
dude. For sure. All right, go slay it, dude. Kill it.
All right, we'll do. Thanks, Dad. Peace.
Later.
Sick.
That's what's up.
Oh, yeah.
Lucas is the man, dude. Always been so cool. But yeah, so Ranch, dude. We're gonna have to check that out.
It sounds familiar. It might have come across my board. I mean, I do I work from home, so maybe something's on in the background every now and then.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
For sure.
That's something I wanted to talk to you guys about. Okay, so what's like a day before, like the morning before you are about to go shred? Is there like a routine for you guys? Like, whether it be a physical routine, or are we watching video parts? Are we getting psyched up on music? Like, Niko, like what kind of what gets you like super stoked to go ride?
Oh yeah. Oh well, we've been doing that since the college days too, getting everybody hyped up with the videos in the morning. But now that I've gotten a little older, I definitely need to prioritize my stretching and stuff. So I usually wake up maybe about a half hour before Jace wakes up, or I go wake him up for snowboard. It might be about 5:30, and then I'll put on whatever's on YouTube recommended from that day. And a lot of shred bots have been starting to come out again, so that's been great. But I'm usually stretching at the same time, and getting the hips loose before I hop in the truck. So,
okay, nice.
That's the routine.
What about you, Josh?
Oh man, if there's a video on, it's that video Osen from Vans.
Okay.
That video is sick, and I don't know, I just get pumped when I watch that video. But I mean, not gonna lie, I go to bed early and just like get excited to wake up super early to go like look out the window and hope there's snow. It's snowing out. That's what gets me hyped.
Yeah, and you usually, before you go shred, you're up in Sagal with the folks, right?
Yeah, I usually crash at the cabin in the woods, and then wake up super early and
That's super dope.
head up.
We got like a wood stove in the house, or
Yeah, there's a wood stove, and there's a saloon on the property. It's pretty sick. I'll have to show you around sometime.
you said that they got the hot tub.
Oh yeah, they got a hot tub. And they got one of those like 0G massage chairs that cost like probably $5,000 or something. But
Say no more.
Dude, you can get fully relaxed and chilled at the end of a long snowboarding day, just to like get up and recover and get going again in the morning. And I think that's part of why I'm like feeling good, I think too, is just like having a hard day, come home, hot tub, massage chair, go to bed.
Yeah.
Pretty jealous.
Dude.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. One of these days, Niko, you have to come and we'll hot tub it up. And
Oh yeah. Skip the hour drive back to Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, we could do that for sure. I think the saloon is haunted, but if you don't mind ghosts, like
Not at all.
you can crash in the saloon, man.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that's missing is a cold plunge, right?
Yeah, there's no cold plunge, but it's cold enough outside that if you just fill up some, I think there might be even like a horse trough somewhere on the property we could fill up and just dunk in if you wanted to.
I mean, that's my setup. Dude.
Yeah, we could do it.
Some ice baths,
Yep, North 40, whatever it is, 100-gallon feeding trough, hanging out on my back porch, and it's always you throw the Epsom salt in there. That's nice
that'll do it.
Yeah, that's a nice little bonus. But yeah, that's usually my program is after a day of riding, head straight home, get in the cold plunge for like 3 minutes or so.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were joking at first. So
No, he's legit. He's a cold plunger.
Oh, I love it, dude. Well, I'm not, I have a lot of Norwegian in me. My dad has a lot of Norwegian.
I'm a quarter Norwegian too.
Oh, let's go, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, Norwegian riders are the best. Right?
Do you have a sauna? Isn't that like a Norwegian thing?
It is,
Saunas?
but those things can cost some money, dude. So it's definitely in the works.
Yeah,
Maybe
dude,
one
you
day
gotta
we'll
get a
one,
sauna.
yeah. We have a inflatable hot tub that
there you go.
Chelsea bought on sale for like 70% off last summer, but it still has yet to be set up. So maybe next winter, we'll set that up and we can do the hot cold therapy and stuff. So that'd be super cool. But Lucas was talking about ranch. His homies made that. Some of the video parts I wanted to talk to you guys about. Who has seen Heaven?
Dude, I have a list that's longer than this table of movies that I have not seen.
Okay.
So Niko probably knows more and has seen more like recent videos than I have ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah. Heaven's not one of those ones I've seen though yet.
Okay.
So
Let's talk. I'll just kind of
talk it up.
All right, we'll talk it up, dude. So Renee Renacongas, one of my favorite writers. Literally, like Stale Sandbeck is my favorite writer of all time, and everyone says Renee is like his little brother. He's not his little brother by blood, but literally took him under his wing, and literally one of the sickest writers. And everyone's talking about this video part. It's all Renee. 15 minutes of Renee, and it was put out by Monster Energy, which is his sponsor, and it's sick, dude. Like some of the stuff that he does, like there was this one where he goes on this like DFD handrail on this stair, and he goes back 270 on, and like it's just so sick. And then there's another clip that he has where it's like a massive like children's like slide at a playground, and they built this up, and he just like goes like front 90 on all the way down this like crazy wave thing. And it was super cool to see. Heaven, check it out. Another one that I wanted to kind of highlight, Niko, have you seen a Screwdriver from Torment magazine?
No, actually. I saw that on your list too, and so that was another one that.
Okay.
So over 2 so far, but I'm.
0 for 2. Okay, so we got Screwdriver is super sick.
I'm gonna throw one back at you after this.
Okay.
For a couple, but some that I've been on lately that really got me going.
It's one of those video parts where they have street, backcountry, resort, all combos, just a ton of riders and stuff. So check out Screwdriver. But let's. What do you got for me, dude?
Yeah, no. So definitely the coolest one in my opinion recently has been the Circle of Madness from North Face, and so I don't know if you've seen that piece, but definitely go check it out because I think Xavier and his brother are in there. His brother Victor, and like a big highlight is they're just all camping on this ridge line, kind of this little hump. And so they set up their tents, and you can see their tents half buried, but they set like a little lip right through their little tent like lineup, and a sweet drop down, and they're just sessioning it like all day. And the sun comes out, and they're like big mountains like somewhere like in Austria or something, and just totally like vibing off each other, good session, but it's like right there through their little camp, which is like the coolest thing. And they got like the drones going and stuff too, so it's
nice.
Definitely got me hyped up.
Speaking of the De La Ruse. This was another one I wanted to touch on. It just released a couple days ago. It's called Of a Lifetime and was put out by North Face. And it's basically just like kind of like a documentary of the trip that Xavier, Victor, and Mila. I think it's Victor's daughter.
fan,
Yeah, she's a skier.
Yeah.
And it's them, basically them going from the south tip of South America and going across the strait over to Antarctica, and they do an Antarctica backcountry trip.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
that's
That
awesome.
sounds amazing.
I think I've seen like Instagram photos of them doing it, so I'll have to check out the actual movie.
Yeah, check it out. It's really cool. Like some of the cool, like it's not a ton of like writing content. It's more of like the behind the scenes and their journey. But man, them just like chilling, and they're in this like sail ship. All of them, dude. And they got like a chef, they got like the captain, all this stuff, but they literally couldn't do anything besides lay down and throw up all the time because of the seas and stuff. It's just like bucking them around. And Xavier was commenting about his brother. He's like, my brother's crazy because he's like, he had to like go outside and get fresh air. And so he was just like, crunched up on the deck of the ship, and these waves are just crashing over him. But he was like, I have to get fresh air. And Xavier's like, I'm not going out there. No way.
Crazy.
And so they're all just like kind of messed up the entire time. But yeah, there's been a couple trips like that. I think like Curtis Cizek and Austin Smith out of Bend, they did an Antarctica trip a while ago. And if you guys haven't heard of like Curtis Cizek, like his story is crazy. Like basically like his childhood was out on a sailboat. His entire like it's like he's
like he grew up on a sailboat.
Yeah, he's like from a family of pirates, dude. Like his dad was nuts. Like he's like we're just gonna be on sailboats the entire time, and that was like his like job and his career and stuff, and taking like clients out on sailing trips and stuff. And so yeah, it's kind of crazy to see like these people like do these crazy things. He's talked about like during COVID, Curtis and a bunch of other homies, they had a film project, and they basically ran from like Seattle all the way up to Alaska in a sailboat and back, and like all this stuff. So check out his bomb hole, because he talks all about that stuff.
I will. I am a Curtis fan because of the snowmobiling and stuff too. He likes to get out there and ride just as much as he does. You know,
Team Polaris, like didn't know this about Chase Josie, but Chase Josie's a Polaris guy. I guess it's an Idaho thing too.
Big time.
Yeah, instead of Ski-Doo, he's rocking the Polaris. But dude, another one. This is a big one. This one has been hyped. I finally got to watch it. There was a ton of premieres all across the world, and it was Return from the Shredbots.
Return. Like I said, Shredbots, man. They're starting to put that was the first full feature one they've had out in a while, because they put out maybe some 10-minute ones or 15-minute ones and stuff, and they've been great. But to have one, I think it was 50 minutes long and stuff, and man, methodical music, and it was just all man.
And it was like a silent film almost.
Yeah.
Like you didn't hear any commentary. It was just all, and it's like, and it's just, I mean, it's freaking Torger, dude. Like Torger is, he's one of the greatest snowboarders of all time, but he's also one of the greatest videographers and filmmakers of all time in our sport. I feel like
pure snowboarding.
Yeah, and also his music is sick. All the music in that film is all Torger. So not Torger, but Torstein.
It's crazy. He's still going too. Man, he's like the Energizer Bunny, man. Doesn't slow down.
Doesn't, dude. The meditation is real. They were heard some interviews about what his routine is, and the dude meditates every single morning for an hour, just to get his mind right for the day. And Return, Shredbots, sick backcountry stuff, some Japan stuff, but I mean it has an all-star lineup. It has Mikey Cicerelli, Psycho Mike, Brandon Kokard, Brandon Davis, Torstein, of course, Raibu Katayama, and Mons Roisland. That's a heavy hitter lineup right there. So
for real.
Yeah, and then another one was Force Majeure, the new Beyond Metals So, you have, Sebedy Buck, Kevin Backstrom,
Yeah.
those homies.
Yeah,
dude.
I
Beyond
think I did
Metal's
see that one.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beyond Metal's like, they're doing some stuff, dude. Like,
Mhm.
some of their outerwear is super sick, too.
It's very nice.
Yeah. I was, I've seen, Dash Camp and Owen out there in the park a couple times this season, and they're rocking like full Beyond Metals kits. And
Sick.
like, yeah, and they look super good. So
Very cool.
yeah, dude. So yeah, dude, let's talk a little bit about the state of snowboarding. We have, like I said, FIS is not really. I don't think a lot of snowboarders are a fan of FIS at all. It's a skiing government body. But one of the big things that's coming up is Shaun White's Snow League.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like
Some new projects there.
yeah. So it's like the model is kind of like Rob Dyrdek's Skate League, and just kind of he's gonna try and
like street league.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like multi venues, multi events, different types of competitions, and it's gonna be kind of like a point system. So which should be really really cool. A lot of people can hate on Shaun, but I think Shaun's doing a lot right now since he stopped competing and giving back to the sport and actually trying to take it back and put it back into the hands of actual snowboarders and control it more.
Yeah, more positive snowboarding exposure, the better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's been fun just to see him, riding around and just like posting, resort stuff on Instagram and stuff, and just seeing, kind of his love for snowboarding kind of come back, right?
Yeah. It's cool to see him. Like, we all know he's big time. He does all the events. He's hanging out with celebrities and stuff, but his YouTube channel has been sick, and it's cool to see. And he has hired Mike Dossie to run like his YouTube channel, and now
Okay.
Mike Dossie is like Shaun White's exclusive photographer and videographer and stuff. So we all know like Mike Dossie is so sick. Some of the greatest like photos that have ever been captured have been from that homie. So that's awesome that those two are like back together. And I think and it's funny, dude, like everyone like was like cowboy stance Shaun White, right? The stance has come in now, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's brought it back in since he
yeah.
stopped competing and stuff. And so now you like see him in his YouTube videos,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh dang, dude, like Shaun's looking sick. Like he's like cruising around. Shaun's doing a lot, and his like partnership with High Cascade was sick. It was super sick to see him during their week at High Cascade for White Space. He was out there riding with all the kids, and then he gave every single camper that went that week a brand new snowboard.
Oh man,
Yeah, that's never been done before.
sick.
So
yeah, I actually just was looking up some of the boards that I have for PSIA, ASI, like, pro deals and all that. And Shaun White's company is a board
They're gonna
company
be a
that
partner.
I get percentage off.
Ooh, all right.
I think I get like half off or something like that.
dang.
Because he's really, I think he's just really starting to get the brand up and running, and it's part of it, I guess.
Yeah, it's cool to see, dude. But yeah, dude, transitioning into some more local stuff, dude. Let's kind of talk about some local riders and events that you guys are kind of looking forward to. Some people that you might shout out that are underrated up here and stuff like that. So Niko, like, is there any like riders that you ride with, and some event, like, are there any big events that you're looking forward to coming up this season?
Yeah. So I'll definitely start the bank slaloms. Definitely one of my favorites up at Schweitzer. The Dougie Fresh as well. So between the Snow Ghost and the Dougie Fresh, those are like kind of like the top two. I'm hoping to get at least my son into the Dougie Fresh too. So I'd be stoked to make it out there as well over at Silver. But to be honest, just to ride with all the homies, my buddy Ryan with his daughter, that's about my son's age too. Like, we're always up there at Schweitzer riding together. So
Sick.
yeah, to get the dad crew back and rolling again is kind of the goal this season. But yeah, it's been good. We're starting to piece everybody back together and figure out the weekend. So
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
And you were talking about, are those some of your Spokane homies?
Oh yeah, so I got 2 homies over in Spokane, Scott and Kevin, and they've been riding with me since college. Did like the Vandal Snow stuff with me.
Cool.
Yeah, and it was cool to kind of like link up. So I haven't talked to them in like maybe 4 or 5 years, and then about 4 years ago, we were like, oh hey, yeah, he just hit me up. You still in snowboarding and stuff? I'm like, yeah, I'm up at Schweitzer every day, so come up. But pretty much since then, like they meet me at my house every weekend morning, and we'll go head up, and then I'll usually stop by Ryan's house on the way, and if we can fit them all in the truck, I'm picking up him and his daughter, and then he's got a whole nother gang of friends to ride with too, that and know some homies up at Schweitzer. So when it all comes said and done, at least once on the weekend, we're probably riding with a crew of like 10 to 12.
Nice,
So
dude.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah, that's a deep crew, dude. Hell
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
for sure. How about you, Josh? You got any events and riders you're looking forward to shredding with this season?
Always stoked for the bank slalom to make a reappearance. Definitely stoked on any small rail jams. And shout out to Zadok for being just a super sick kid. And I want to see him.
Oh yeah, saw him today. He was ripping it out there too. So
I want to see Z succeed in everything he does.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The talent level is out of control with Zadok. So
yep. Malia can't count her out either too, because man, she's got that business on lock. I mean, like selling in all that gnar rub and stuff too, like to a bunch of shops all around the Pacific Northwest. So that's, kudos to her too.
That whole family's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome people. Like I guess I would say looking forward to that jam for cans.
100%.
Yeah. Go see Terry on the MC mic. And then, dude, and then the bank slaloms are always fun. So hoping to get out and do some filming for those events and just kind of keep the content rolling. And hopefully by next fall we have some rider film edit for the local riders up here, dude.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Maybe do a couple premieres, maybe do a single premiere and put it out on YouTube. But dude, Josh mentioning Zadok, of course, always stoked to see Zadok just kill it. And also my boys Aiden and Asher Hazan and Pat Newton, dude. Some of the easiest riders I've ever been able to go out and ride with, and
for sure.
And then I can't forget, Isaac and Steph up there.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I was gonna say
homies.
Yeah, straight
for sure.
Yep. I was gonna say I met the super cool kid that was one of Ryan's buddies. His name's Thomas, but he used to work at Mount Spokane.
Okay.
But man, he was a super dope rider, and it was like super easy to film. I was like, man, I'm following you today. And, there's my homie Joe from Utah, or not Utah, from Montana. I hope he gets back over here too. So, I think we'll be rolling with a solid crew with some good snow this year.
Yeah, it's been super cool. It's been awesome vibes, as the fall has transitioned into the thick of the, we're about to be in the thick of winter. And, we've had, I think a lot of traction has come from Austin Viz out of Spokane too, pretty much like the
gapping that sign, man. That's all I think about. That lives in my head rent free is gapping that Mount Spokane sign over the over the cat track, man.
Yep, his glow, the glow video part that he did with Miles Falcon and a bunch of other riders that blew up really nice. Went to the premiere up there, probably about a month or so ago, and got to actually meet Austin and just the most humble dude, and everyone's like all the bigger riders. When I chatted with Jace, he's like, yeah, I remember Austin back at Hood when he was just like a tiny Grom, and he was always just a super cool homie. And I think like his traction and him getting more notoriety is like starting to pave the way and bring the snowboarding scene back up here into our area, and everyone's getting super stoked, and it's starting to kind of blow up a little bit, and we got the rope toe has been
that rope toe looks like a game changer.
Mount Spokane. Yep. So things are percolating, dude. Yeah. So it's cool to see like all the talent levels starting to get recognized, and we're all trying to help each other out. And, as far as like doing these group chats and stuff, it's always
Oh, yeah.
awesome to get to talk to you guys. And
For sure.
yeah, and Josh is doing big things in ski school and hopefully with Snowboard Northwest
Yeah,
and doing
yeah.
all that stuff. So
Doing freestyle coach, Snowboard Northwest with Dash and Pat Holland and the crew.
and speaking of an underrated rider, this guy.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, sir.
I just like to go play.
Freestyle game is out of control.
No,
Always been.
I just like to go play.
Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, that's awesome, dude. So, yeah, dude. Well, thank you both for coming down and getting to chat about what's going on in snowboarding lately.
Yeah. Welcome to the studio, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for making this all possible.
Yeah, no problem.
We are freaking stoked to be down here, and thanks again to Mountain Vibes. Always love you, love Justin, love Emily, and all the homies down in SoCal, and super stoked to be able to do this podcast and represent up here in our area, up here in North Idaho. Thank you to Hagedon Tech for letting us use this space, and thank you to Ticket Goat for giving us the vibes and keeping it sponsored up. Appreciate it. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, boys.
Right on, guys.
Woo! Thanks, guys. We did it.